Very good evening. Welcome in my next video lecture. Today I will develop new Android application which demonstrate implicit intent. Let's open new project. So now we create this new application. So first we understand what do you mean by implicit intent. Obviously this is the one category of intent which does not specify any specific components. So now in this application we develop two important things: how we can open a particular website and how can you make a call. So for the, such application, first we design the interface. So this is the activity main.xml file, and now here you can see text view control in the constant layout. So now for develop the application, we add some more control. So now we enter the website name for open that particular website. This is the first thing, and second, we have to make a call. So for that purpose, first we design the interface. So now we use edit text, and two button. Okay. And we connect these control with the constraints. Okay. So this is the interface, and now we use split window where you can see the code and design of the screen, and we change some property like first one text view. Here we write implicit intent. Then to increase the text size, to take 24 sp, .28 sp. Okay, so it's visible. And then edit text. Here we use hint property. So text property is replaced by hint property, and right here enter website name. This is the button. So here we change text property, click, and this is the second button, and again change text property, dial a number. Okay, so I hope you understand how to design this interface. So now let's we come to the Java file, main activity.java. So first we create object for button b1, comma b2, and one edit text object, E, and then connect these objects with the control E assigned to edit text and use find view by ID method and write here r dot id dot edit text. This is the ID name of edit text control. Same with the button object. Okay, and same with the second button object. So now we have to perform the action to this button E1. So now we have to use on click method. So regarding this, we have to implement on click listener interface. So now here we write implement on click listener interface. So now view dot on click listener. This is the view dot on click listener. And this interface actually contain method. So we have to implement method on click method. So this method we have to use. Okay. So now we have to write v1 dot set on click listener. So we have to use event handler and send with the v2 object. So this set on listener interface. Now we come to the on click method. So here we have to write the condition if v equal to v1. V is the object of v control. So if v that is equal to v1, v1 is the basically object button object. So through we want to perform the open a particular website. Okay. So now we have to write the code here. And if v equal to v2, so we have to dial a number. So these two things we have to perform through the click method. So now here we have to use intent object. So we write here intent and create object like I1 assigned to new intent. And in this method we have to pass two arguments. First intent, and we have to open a site. So now we have to write action view. Okay, and comma URI class and parse is the method. So URI dot parse, in which we have to open the website. So we have to write in double quotes https colon slash slash www dot and now google.com. So actually we want to open google.com website, so we have to write complete path. But here we are using the edit text object. So now purpose of edit text object to get the URL from the edit text control, and that URL we assign to edit text object E. E is the edit text object. So for that things we require string object which assign E dot get text method, so you can access the value of edit text control, and by default it is a string value, so we convert to string. So through this way we enter any website name, that name we assign to string object, and here we write www dot plus s. So the purpose of that edit text control to enter any website name. And if we write www.google.com, so it always opens that particular website. But whatever website we want to open, we can write that website name in the edit text control. So this is the purpose for using edit text control. So now intent object created. So we use start activity in which we have to pass intent object. So this is the code through you can open a website, and by click on the button. So this is the first thing. Second, we want to make a call. So again we use very similar code. So that's why we are second intent object I2, and here we have to make a call. So now action dial. So please you understand here. Here we want to view the website, so that's why action view. But here we want to dial a number, so action dial and URI dot pass method, and here we have to write number. Those number you want to dial. So now we want to dial my number 94257838848 and start activity. So pass I2 intent object. So I hope you understand this is a very simple code to complete these applications. So I repeat, this is the activity man.xml file where we design the interface. So here we have to enter the website name, and through this click button we open that site, and second is dial a number, and then main activity.java file, and here it shows some error. So now let's see what error. So I think you understand. We remove one closing curly braces, so there is no error in this program. So now we save this application and we execute. So it will take 4-5 minutes for execution because Android emulator is very heavy. So now first we understand that code. We are creating the object, button object, edit text object. Then we connect the object with the control through ID. So you know the ID, edit text, button, button 2. So these ID you can see in the XML file. So text view, we are not using this control in the Java file. So we don't need this ID. But now edit text, button, and button 2. So find view by ID, it is a method through you can connect these object with the control. Then we have to perform the action on click method. So that's why we have to use set on page listener. We pass this keyword, and obviously this class implement on click listener interface and that content on click method. And in this method we write the code so you can make the dial a number and you can open the particular site. So these are the example of implicit intent, because here we are not specify any particular Android component like activities, services, broadcast receiver, yeah, notification. So that's why here we are not specified. So execution is going. So let's open Android emulator. And if you want to execute this application on real device mobile, so it will not take so much time, because Android emulator is very heavy and we required at least 8 GB RAM. Okay, so I think you can see the output of this application, implicit intent. Okay, so now enter the website name. Suppose here we type google.com, enter on click button. So now at that time now internet connectivity in your laptop, so Android emulator can access and open that particular website. If connectivity is not there, so it will not open on that particular website. So I think you can see URL, it open google.com. But suppose if you want to enter another website name like prestige gwl.org, and again click on the button. Again you can see URL, and that's why we are using your edit text control, where you can type different website name. Otherwise you can write the particular URL in the intent object, and that particular website will be open. So I hope you understand. This is a very simple example of implicit intent, and through you can open that particular website. I think internet speed is slow. That's why it is taking some time. So I hope you understand implicit intent. And the last video I told you explicit intent, where we move from one activity to the another activity, because we specify the particular component. So you can move from one activity to another activity, services, any other components. And this is the example of implicit intent. Now site is very heavy. Let's open another website like rediffmail.com. So it depends. Site can be heavy. I think you can see. Okay. So this is the first application of implicit intent, and second, dial a number. So when you click on this button, dial a number, it will open dial list, and through this dial list you can make a call. But here it is not possible because there is no SIM in this Android emulator, so you cannot perform this action. So I hope you understand the example of implicit intent. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.